some more of those long boss fights in Koudelka. So, previously on Koudelka. Previously.
Oh, repent now! Judgment Day is near.
An acquaintance.
I am no mummy. My name is Roger Bacon, and I'm just like any normal old man.
Hey, I've been around for 20 years, and I have yet to run across an old man as abnormal as yourself.
I see. Well, I've been around for 600 years, and I've seen plenty of abnormal people just like myself.
My dear.
That's a gramophone? Okay. So I spent like half an hour looking for a gramophone, and when we do find it, it doesn't even look like a gramophone. Sure.
Oh, Heavenly Father, bless our souls and bring forth an end to this suffering.
So we got moth made of eyes, upside down moth made of eyes. Yes. All right. Fuck you, boss. And this fight, just fuck that. All right. That is what's new in the Koudelkas. What a game. All right, we haven't seen this intro in a while, so we might as well boot that up. Yeah. The beautiful sound. You don't really get to hear this in with a PSIO. All right. So we are still on disc 3 of 4 in Koudelka. Let me start the timer now so I don't forget. Yep, that's a 7501. You're correct. And my replacement ones are going to be 5501s, I think. And I also got a 1001. And on Goodwill is filled with 1001s if you want one, for whatever reason. I don't suggest getting a 1001 unless you have a really good reason to, because you can't turn off the stealth, the mod chip, or some games have detection for mod chips that don't work on the 1001 unless you like patch the disc, which sure, fine, that works too, but I'm not sure. All right, so where we last left off was immediately after beating that moth boss. That bullshit moth boss. So hopefully there won't be any more horrible bosses like that again. Here's hoping. Hey, Eden. Alright. Okay, so it was a chapel. So we beat the boss and unlocked this save point. And then we really haven't explored the rest of the cathedral area as far as I know, so that'll be next order business, I guess. I'm sure there'll probably be a disc change right probably minutes from here. Is there anything? Oh, okay. So we haven't gotten... I think, like, our gear drops have just been, like, hey, here's a crossbow or something. These are recent gear drops. Yeah, we got a crossbow. Oh, boy. Which, didn't we... Oh, okay, so we had a bow gun before, and now it's a crossbow. I bet it still sucks. I bet it still sucks just as bad as the other ones. Okay. Hello, Dan. I'm glad you enjoyed them. I don't speedrun anymore, but I'm glad you enjoyed my past speedruns. Okay, so let's see. So that's the door we came in from, I guess. The moth gimmick was it's it could only be damaged by the earth spell when it wasn't moving around much. Like here's my notes from the fight. So when it was still, you had to use earth, and then there's also a wiggle animation, the stanky leg, and then flapping the wings. And during these three, you can't damage the boss at all. It'll just either miss or heal the boss. So I just had to wait it out and be patient and go for openings with the boss. And man, was that horrible. Okay, so it looks like... So the door we came in from was to this area. So that's where we just came from. So we haven't been to the left or right doors. So this door should go to the north end, I think. Okay, and I went here before and it didn't do anything at all. Okay, so this I'm pretty sure this is still a cutscene room, and whatever it wants us to do, we're not ready to do it yet. Okay, so then this way is probably lots of plot. Or dischange, perhaps. Or crash. Oh.
This must be the temple.
There's no way! If I put a bullet through it, it wouldn't budge. What are we gonna do?
How ironic to have made it this far and not have access to the temple.
Koudelka, Edward, you both must go now. It is my friend that is apparently responsible for this disturbance, and therefore I am partially responsible for this trouble. I have no intention of asking for your sympathy, and I'm in no position to plead for your help. So from this point forward, I can manage on my own.
Don't kid yourself. We didn't come along just for your sake.
No, Koudelka, you should go back now. It'll be far too dangerous.
Edward, you're the one who should go home. You were not meant for this world. Granted, you are a good fighter, having had plenty of experience, and I won't deny the fact that you have the killer instinct either. But when all is said and done, you are an average Joe. I am not. I was meant to exist in this realm. It's the only place I can carve out an existence for myself.
Quit lecturing me! I want no part of a lukewarm existence filled with regret. No. My way is to not worry about consequences, and to do whatever it is I want to do. Chance means nothing to me. Life's a gamble, and once you place your bet, you'd better play to win, or else you end up dead.
Edward, you really are ridiculous.
That's what they tell me.
Do as you like.
That I will.
Oh, suddenly when you feel like it, you decide when you can and cannot open doors?
Wait, there's a way. Remember when we were searching Patrick's mansion? There was various chemicals around. It may take some time, but I think I can combine the chemicals to make nitroglycerin.
Nitroglycerin?
That's great! We're talking powerful explosives here.
For this door, I think we'll need a full flask. Indeed, if I drop the flask before I return, I'll be knocking on heaven's door in a flash.
This is Castlevania 64 now.
I go, and it is done. The bell invites me.
Hear it not, Duncan, for it is a knell that summons thee to heaven or hell.
Oh, man. Favorite Elder Scrolls game? Favorite to least favorite is... Well, I do the dischange here. Favorite is Daggerfall. And then Skyrim, Oblivion, Arena, Morrowind, Online, and I haven't played Redguard or Battlespire yet, or the Travels games. And then favorite Final Fantasy is 8, followed by 7, and then 12, 9, and then the rest are just indifferent to or haven't played. There you go. All right. Did Pre-Sky leave our party? He's still in our party. Huh. Alright. Well, let's go save again. Or I guess we can temporary save. So we need chemicals from the lab, I guess. Hey, Cloud. Okay. I did not like Morrowind's, so going from Daggerfall to Morrowind, I felt it was a step back in scope. It had a lot of the weird mechanics that Daggerfall did, but it lacked the feeling of, let's say, just epicness, I guess. If I was gonna give it a description like that towards it, and I played it when it first came out, but I played it first on Xbox, and the Xbox version wasn't amazing, so it wasn't a great first impression. I bought it on PC before that, but my computers at the time couldn't run it. Yeah, I know you can finish Morrowind in 3 minutes. I used to speedrun it. And probably, just putting this out there, but Daggerfall is probably my favorite because it was my first one. Just like usually the first Final Fantasy or some such is generally a person's favorite. Likely the same deal with me then for Elder Scrolls. But I didn't feel like Morrowind scratched the same itch to me that Daggerfall did. I never tried using the door, did I? There might be like another prompt now that we have the acid. So maybe it'll just work. Yeah, like Morrowind on Xbox was quite the achievement. Like there was, it's crazy that they were able to get that to run on an Xbox and run pretty well for what it's worth. Okay, what message do we get here? Interesting. Okay, so I guess we need to head back to the lab. So we have that bottle of acid. And it sounds like we needed to mix the bottle of acid with something in the lab, perhaps, to... Yeah. Unless there's some other thing somewhere. Let's see, is this way? Well, it's not surprising we're still on Disc 3, considering that one boss took an hour and a half. Okay. Yeah, probably another reason why I didn't like Morrowind as much was that it was from the time where video games were just brown. Everything is brown in the game. Besides like the swamp area. Are we in the laboratory? Okay. It's another cutscene where it tells us what happens before the cutscene.
I'm going to begin my work. Can you two wait for me here?
Oh, you're right. You're right. We are on Disc 4.
And then, what happened to the girl Melanie?
She was gone the next morning. She left with practically everything in the room.
You don't have much luck with women, do you?
Well, you know what they say. The cleanest breakup is when a woman runs out on you.
What else is her statement? Oh, but you're lucky. I mean, to have so many people to kid around with. For me, I'm all alone. I've been all alone all my life.
What about your childhood?
Yes, I did have a childhood. I was born in a small town in Wales, right off the banks of the Taliesin River. It was a small gypsy town.
Gypsy?
That's right, gypsy. And we didn't call ourselves gypsy. We called ourselves Rom. See, a true gypsy is born under the blue sky and is destined to die under the same blue sky. It's gypsy law.
So then I guess you plan on dying underneath the blue skies.
Every gypsy is given a name at birth. My given name was Slato.
Slato? It's got a strange resonance to that name. What does it mean?
I can't tell you.
That too must be part of the law.
The law.
The law it is.
You know, ever since I met you, enigmatic, mysterious glint in your eyes. Man, it must be the gypsy in you. A glance from thy soul-searching eye can raise with hope, depress with fear.
Byron again?
Yeah.
You must really like him, don't you?
Yes. Somehow I feel as though we're birds of a feather.
Then he must be self-obsessed as well.
I'd rather be classified as a romantic. My father was a strict man and couldn't forgive his son for failing academically. He blamed my failure on the time I wasted inventing adventures, dreaming of a utopian landscape. I was brought up to believe that dreams, the power of the imagination, as well as all the things I loved as a child, were useless, a complete waste of time. It was as if he was telling me I was useless. And then again, it may be just that. You know, I think I was probably born too late. By the time I was 15, everything there was to be done had already been done. The Western territories were colonized. The jungles had been explored. There was no wilderness for me to wander into. No jungles for me to cut my way through. I guess that's how I ended up roaming the country. Well, granted, I picked a few fights along the way, played with fire, gambled on my life a few times. But none of that comes close to the truth I'm searching for. I yearn for something far greater. I can't quite explain myself, but it's as though I'm on a quest for some intangible treasure of sorts. Koudelka, I envy you. You have psychic powers that few are blessed with. Being born a gypsy, you can choose to live how you wish.
And who gave you the right to act as if you figured me out? Do you have any idea how I was raised? You make me laugh. Adventures. Please, you haven't the slightest clue. Do you have any idea how much pain my psychic powers have brought me? My father died when I was only a child. I predicted the exact time, place, and ending of my father's life. Imagine that, predicting your own father's death. You know, I was cursed as a child, being given powers not meant for a child. And my mother? Oh, she was so frightened and so full of hatred for me. She tried to kill me with her very hands. The gypsy elders got together and decided to excommunicate me. I was only 9 then. Do you have any idea how a 9-year-old child survives without the help of a living soul? Treasures, you must be joking. Have you ever cried and begged for your next meal? Did you ever sell your body, seeking shelter from the frigid night air? I used to be just like Charlotte. When she cried and said, "No one has ever loved me." Oh, her words cut straight through me. It was me she was talking about. Just like her, I wish that everybody would die and harbored a hatred for all mankind. But you see, Charlotte has made her peace. And poof, 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 gone to heaven. Me, I'm still alive and still all alone. No one has ever lent a helping hand. No one.
Koudelka, you?
I am not as free as you make me out to be. I am a poor, dirty, ignorant woman who threw her gypsy pride to the dogs in order to live. But you see, even someone like me can do good. Because with my powers, I can help ease the pain of others. That's when I feel good about living. I don't need to be loved. I just want my life to have some meaning. And just want someone to tell me they need me. You. No way will you ever understand.
It's done. It's completed.
Alright. That scene was so long, my OLED went to sleep. It dimmed the TV while that was going until Koudelka got up. Alright, we got nitroglycerin, and now we can't bump into anything. Where even are we? Okay. We gotta... Was it here, I think? Is that... Yep, Koudelka doing Koudelka things. And yeah, I have not played Legend of Legaia yet. I also, just like you, I played the demo on the demo disc. And then I remember going to Blockbuster back in the day because I liked the demo, so I wanted to rent it from Blockbuster. And I got the titles confused, and I ended up bringing home Distrega, which is just like Legaia, except not at all. And Distrega is quite the video game in its own special way. Alright, let's see after that incredible cutscene. But I did play through, I think, half of Legaia 2 on PS2. And I thought that one was okay. I don't remember enough of it to have an opinion of it, but I remember it being okay. Hey, Destrega it's a neat game. It's probably better as a multiplayer game. Because it's like... If I were to describe Destrega, it's like Dragon Ball fighting, except it's not Dragon Ball. It's all just, it's ranged beam spam in a, like, 3D fighter. It's weird. Koudelka. Okay. Alright. A gun was finally useful in Koudelka. Oh, and of course there's another cutscene. Okay.
It's amazing.
Hey, I win. Koudelka. Yeah, we got 2 Koudelkas in like 60 seconds. It's a new record. Okay, Sanctuary, first floor. You know what else is great cutscenes? The Grandstream Saga. Okay. So we were supposed to drop the mummified arm into a cauldron. Oh, here's the body that we need to use the acid on. Marks under the casket must be dragged. Yeah. Right. Okay. Alright, so time for a music puzzle. Everybody's favorite. Alright, runes? I don't think we've seen any runes yet. Only 4 keys that can be pressed. People, secret, pain, and light. Oh, there was a... Hold up. I wrote this down. Ah, this was from, like, a letter earlier in the game. So this should be the order that it is. Good thing I wrote it down. Alright. So it's secret, pain, people, and then lights. Ah. Finally a real puzzle. Yeah, I think that was disc 1. Okay. Excellent. Get the 60. That might as well be 60 FPS. Okay. Yeah, we have to hold down 3 hands worth of notes. And that's what Daniel's hammer is for. Yeah. Now what? So something happened over here. Oh. What? Okay. Sure. Staircases continue to be the second hardest boss in this game.
Hey, what are you doing? What's that? No, don't!
I'm not asking for your help. This is my problem. None of you need to die with me here.
What? Were they just taking a break? Hanging out over by the mummified corpse? And then... What? Are we missing something here? Did it skip a cut? Oh, that's a cauldron. Okay. So this is where we throw the arm in there. Find a use for mummified arm. Sure. If you throw Daniel's arm in and call upon the power of fire, okay, so we throw in this mummy arm and then use the matchbook that we have.
Are you sure? Let's proceed. Saint Daniel Scodius, protect us from these evil spirits and grant us inner strength. Amen. Thou, who were created and born out of dust, now go quietly and return to thy Maker!
That's some nice looking fire there. Koudelka. That's pretty good 2000 fire. It just... Sure. Alright. I swear. Why would we go up here? Why would we go towards the fire? What purpose does this serve? just get out of there. Yeah. Come on. Okay. This must be a boss fight. Yeah, okay. Alright, we'll call upon the power of hopefully these things can't move. Okay. Maybe that means they're in like counterattack mode. Assuming fire is gonna do what we want here. Okay. It looks like it is. That probably did double damage. I wonder if that's magical or if that's some weird range oh, they can move. Uh-oh. Alright, I think I need to cast Reflect on the next time I have turns. Also, I gotta somehow keep track of which one is which. Okay, so that was the one in the middle. These have a lot of HP. I know I said I was going to cast Reflect, but I kind of want to see what else they do. Because it looks like it's mostly range attacks is what they're doing. And this weird leaf effect that it does on hit makes me suspect that these are still physical attacks. And I don't think Reflect is gonna help. And if I can at least take out one, then should be in better shape. Okay. I'm assuming that killed it? No? Okay, there we go. Alright. So that puts us in better shape there. Now move her back? No. We'll attack the one on the right next. And then let's heal him. And as usual, Koudelka gets like a third of the turns that the others do. He's also better not be the kind of boss that, like, if you take too long, they'll all respawn. Sometimes RPGs do that. Like, hey, you didn't kill all the vines in one turn. Now they're all back at full strength. Have fun. Oh, that can still hit him, I think. Alright, if I have Koudelka behind him, he can't be knocked back any further, at least. Uh-oh. Can I revive him? No. Great. This is not ideal. And this is probably going to kill the one on the right. No? Okay. Man, I'm boxed in here. So there's this mechanic for positioning in this game where if an enemy is like here, then you can't go past the enemy right there. Like I can only move side to side right now as is. And yeah, I can only move over there. And the enemy can't move any further down towards us, but we also can't get farther away from the enemy. So this is the downside of losing our frontline guy. All right. And that one shot Koudelka, I think? Yeah, it did. Well, this went real sideways real quick. Actually, we can revive him and maybe salvage this now. Because luckily the plant moved away. Okay. Alright, and then give her the nuts. Finally using all these items that I've been saving for the whole game. Hey, Goldie. Okay, so we just gotta keep that in front of them. And then if I give him the... Oh, interesting. So the description of the Roman nuts implied that you could give it to somebody who's both dead and alive. But I guess not. Please get this heal off in time. Well, dang it. Oh, it's attacking him. Okay, this I'm okay with. This I'm okay with. Okay. Alright, I think we're back in this. That was looking real bad there for about a minute. And now we're suddenly back in it. Okay. Okay. Yep, the big heals. Big heals happening. Okay. I have a feeling we're probably gonna have to fight even more of these things later on. And I think after this battle I need to change the formation up a little bit. And move him up even further. So that we don't run into that same situation. Getting backed into a corner. Still not dead yet. Yeah, this is... It'll show at the top here, but we're on disc 404. Okay. So this should kill it when the spell lands. Top right, disc 404. I wonder if I can just... Can I just bonk it? This should do like 500. Yeah, that works. That works. Don't have to mess around with getting spells. Because Koudelka's mace, for whatever reason, it does a ton of physical damage, but it also buffs like all of her magic attributes by a lot. So if I really need to, I can bonk with that thing. Okay. Okay. Whatever those are. Sure, we got them though. So what are those? I assume those are accessories. They're not. Are those just permanent? Okay. Well, doing all that to Koudelka then. And then Int's also to Koudelka, sure. Okay. I'll take it. Alright. Yeah, it's kind of weird to get the perma-stat boost items at the presumably the end of the game, but sure. There's probably going to be another tentacle fight, like right here. So this must be those tiny little spots on the map. Okay. I forgot to change the formation. Oh my god, it's attached. Okay. Alright, let's... I'm gonna try Megalith and see if that does any more damage. And just, I'll keep flaring. Okay, just so that they don't move up anymore. Wait, that's multi-target now? Huh. Alright, well it missed anyways, so... Great, we got this cool multi-target spell, but... At least it didn't heal him. Okay. Yeah, we're climbing to the top of this burning building because... Koudelka. Okay, we'll move him behind him so he doesn't get knocked back. Yeah, imagine if the game told us any of these things, right? Oh boy. I should probably buff his vitality too, but... Eh. Okay. I don't think Reflect is going to do much here for him. So I just kind of have to keep him alive when I need to. Dang, that does a lot. Okay. So I'm gonna have to heal him. Oh god. The game didn't let me save, by the way. So if I lose this fight, which it's looking more and more likely, we'll have to do that previous fight again. So fantastic. Great. Okay, let's just keep him there. Okay, can't revive other guy. Great. Yeah, this is by the same developers as the Shadow Hearts series. Saknacht. And apparently this is tangentially related to Shadow Hearts. Okay, so her fire spell leveled up, so that's something at least. Please don't one-shot him. Well then. Well then. Well then. Well then. Okay, hey, remember all that stuff we did earlier? Let's do it again. I almost want to try and get my fire spell leveled up just for that. Because it looks like if I can't nearly one-shot those things or like two-turn them, then things can go very south very quickly. Okay, well I know where the fights are. Which one? Okay. And these are endgame fights in an RPG, so it's kind of to be expected that they're going to be pretty brutal. Yeah, I've been using pretty much the same spells over and over again for most of the game, and we're still only level 2 for a lot of stuff. Are there any fights down here? This is kind of like the point of no return, I guess, for this area. So I guess that's probably why that was the last save. So I'm assuming that's probably the last temporary save in the game. And are there even any fights here? Hey, Ed. Are there even fights here? Huh. No, we're not going to even bother with the gargoyle because I'm getting blown up by enemies that hit at 1/5 of the damage that gargoyle did. So it ain't happening. Hey, Alyssa. What I would like to have happen is, for once, I would actually like to get into a battle. There we go. The one time I actually want to get into a battle in this game, and it takes forever to get into one. Alright, so we want to get the fire spells leveled up, and I also need to remember to change the formation. Let's just have them wait. Cast defensive magic on party members. Nope. Alright, this guy's blue, so I'm assuming fire is going to do extra damage. Oh, good enough. Alright, so I want to get fire to level 2 on, ideally, Koudelka and James. And this might take a little bit. So if anyone needs to step away for a reason, now is a good time to do so, because we're not going to be making progress for, let's say, 20 minutes, maybe? I'll say 20 minutes, So there will be nothing particularly exciting happening here. Let's see. So somebody asked me at the last stream what some of the backlog games are. I'm not counting PS1 and most PS2 games as backlog, because PS1 we're doing PSXplosion, we're just going to do nearly all of them. Oh, I need to change the information. And PS2 is too hot for TV, but I think we're also just going to cherry pick some PS2 stuff. Alright, what was I doing? I was going to move him to... Oh, I can't move him farther up. Interesting. Okay, and then we'll do this. Let's do that. Okay. So let's see. Starting from the earliest stuff. NES is probably about as far back as I'll realistically go. I don't really intend on playing any Master System games or like Atari stuff prior to that. So realistically, earliest stuff is going to be NES and some 80s PC. So NES, Super Mario Brothers 1 we already did. There's Super Mario Brothers 2 and 3. Zelda 1 and 2. I may or may not do Metroid, because NES Metroid just looks like a huge hassle to play, and like keep a map of where everything is. Like, I've tried to play Metroid before, and I'm not so sure about the first one. Let's see, other NES stuff. Maybe TNC Surf Designs, just because I rented that as a kid and never got past like a level of that whole game. But that game's also amazing. Let's see, other NES stuff. Maybe Gimmick? Yeah, that's kind of what I was thinking. The remake, or one of the Game Boy ones, or Game Boy Advance ones, which I think is the remake. It's called Zero Mission, I want to say. Either that or a ROM hack of it that has the map, because I know that's a thing too. Let's see. Other NES stuff. Probably not any of the NES Final Fantasies, because I've seen those played before. And I don't think those are for me, to be quite honest. Oh, that's him, okay. Let's see, other NES stuff. Maybe Balloon Fight? As far as I can in Balloon Fight. Yeah, NES Final Fantasies are pretty rough. Yeah, some of the NES Final Fantasies are in PSXplosion. They're in the Final Fantasy Origins and Chronicles collections, which are both in PSXplosion. Let's see, what else on NES? Those are the main ones off the top of my head. Oh, maybe Castlevania 1, 2, and 3. I've never beaten those. I haven't really tried to beat them before, so this will be my first proper try at the first 3 Castlevanias. Any black box games? You mean like the unlicensed ones? I have a flash card, so I can play pretty much anything on NES. Let's see. And I think that covers most of it. Maybe like Rescue Rangers. I remember that game was good. DuckTales. Oh yeah, DuckTales 1 and 2. Both amazing games. So those two. And then I think that probably covers NES as far as I can remember. And then from there is, I want to give him a little more pie so I could have him cast a buff if I need to. Actually, I think agility is going to do more good than vitality. Yeah, I mentioned NES Mario. We already did Super Mario Brothers 1, but also 2 and 3. Water Scroll, what is that? Oh, that's an attack item, isn't it? I think LCC mentioned that the speedrun uses a fire scroll to one-shot that dumb boss earlier. Oh yeah, Contra, yeah, Contra. Contra's a good one. Water magic, okay. That's useful. Oh yeah, Mega Man. Yep, Mega Man. 1, 2, 3, and maybe 4, and I think it goes up to 6 on NES. I want to say, if I remember correctly. And then let's see, Ninja Gaiden. Yeah, maybe that too. Yeah. Like some of those, I'm probably not going to end up beating. And we'll just move on from them, but I'll give them a good try, at least. And then Super Nintendo, Earthbound, Mario World 1 and 2, so Super Mario World and then Yoshi's Island, Star Fox, Super Mario RPG, Secret of Mana, Secret of Evermore, Zelda Link to the Past. Oh, that's James. Okay, let's just... Wait. Why can he not... Oh. Done. Okay. Blair... let's see. Pilot Wings, Donkey Kong Country, 1, 2, 3. Chrono Trigger, yep. Final Fantasy 4, 6, and maybe 5. Because I've never beaten any of those. I've tried to beat Final Fantasy 6 or play through it many times over the course of my life, and I've always just stopped playing it at certain points. Like, I'm pretty sure the farthest I've ever gotten in a Final Fantasy 6 playthrough is the halfway mark of the game, which if you played it before, you probably know what I mean when I say that. And yeah, I haven't really gotten past that part over the years. Let's see. So also on Super Nintendo, Soul Blazer. The Soul Blazer trilogy, I guess, because there's 3 of them. There's Soul Blazer, other thing that's also in that series, and then Terranigma is the 3rd one. Let's see. So that trilogy. Breath of Fire? Maybe? Yeah, maybe. I think I've also tried to play that, but only got like an hour or so in my Breath of Fire attempt at playing that. Let's see, Evo. Oh yeah, Evo, The Search for Eden. That's another Super Nintendo banger. Let's see. Yeah, I guess if we're gonna do Punch-Out on NES, then also Super Punch-Out on Super Nintendo. What else? I think that's most everything that comes to mind for Super Nintendo. So that's like what, 20 games on Super Nintendo? Yeah, Evo is amazing. Evo is quite the game. And Apparently, the PC98 version of Evo is like completely different. It's more like a real RPG. So yeah, I think that sums up that. So then, going back to the other 16-bit system, I have not played Wii Punch-Out, no. I have not. And we'll get to Wii when we get to that. Let's see. So, Sega Genesis / Mega Drive. Another water scroll. Cool. So, Genesis, Mega Drive, we got Sonic 1, 2, and 3, Sonic and Knuckles, Landstalker, Phantasy Star 1 through 4, let's see. Wild Guns? Is that Super Nintendo? I can't. Is that the side-scrolling beat 'em up / shoot 'em up with the guy with the pink poncho? Or no, that's Sunset Riders. Yeah, Sunset Riders we're totally doing on Super Nintendo though, and I guess Turtles in Time as well. So yeah, Genesis. Sorry, I said Phantasy Star, Sonic, Terranigma. Or not Terranigma. Let's see. Oasis? I think there's a game called Oasis, I want to say. Or something. Oasis something. On Genesis. Or is it Crusader of Senti I'm thinking of? Something like that? Beyond Oasis, yeah. Beyond Oasis, that one. Because that's an Alundra-like, I've heard. And Landstalker literally is Alundra. So naturally got to play that one. I've heard that one's a little rough, but we'll give it a go. Let's see, other Genesis stuff. Toe Jam and Earl, 1 and 2. Echo the Dolphin, 1 and 2. Sonic 3D Blast. Dr. Robotnik's Mean V Machine, you mean? Also known as Puyo Puyo. I guess we could play that for a bit, but that's just a puzzle game. Okay, sure. The game really wants me to stab this thing. So we'll stab this thing. Let's see. Other Genesis games. Nothing else is really coming to mind. But that's still like 16 games that I mentioned, I think. So that's still plenty. And I have flashcards for pretty much every system, so it's not like I'm limited to only playing stuff that's common and not super rare, but it's mainly the hits that we're going after here. So that's Genesis, and then Sega CD, that I'll have to play on the Mister, because I really don't want to buy a Sega CD and have to deal with all the hassle associated with that thing. So for that, all I've really got for that so far is Sonic CD, and that's about it for Sega CD. There might be some amazing FMV games or something, but that's about it for that. That's also one of the reasons why I'm not bothering getting one of the newer flash carts that has Sega CD support, because they're like $300, and there's so far one game that I care about on Sega CD. So I don't think that's a worthwhile investment for me. Even for me, who has pretty much every other system and all that, and flashcards for everything. Even I am not getting one of those things. Oh yeah, Night Trap. What a great game. I'll pass on Night Trap, thanks. And then 32X. There's pretty much nothing I care about on that. There is Knuckles Chaotix, but that might be available on like one of the later Sonic collections, I want to say, maybe? Like on a GameCube collection of older Sonic stuff, maybe? Because if I can get away with not getting a 32X, I will do that. Are we still really at level 1 for... Oh, okay. Well, this has been worthwhile already. It's on Sonic Gems? Okay, well, there we go. So I won't worry about it on there. Yep, those hot 144p. Yep. Good old Sega CD. Well, I'm sure YouTube will find a way. They'll find a way. Even though the stream is marked as definitely not for children. They'll find a way. That's why I have streaming on my own site. So yeah, that covers 16-bit Sega stuff. And then from a similar time is Game Boy and Game Boy Color. So from there on Game Boy is Pokemon Blue. I've always chosen Pokemon Blue. I never read. Just come at me. Pokemon Blue is better. And I had that when it came out. And I think I got like 2/3 of the way through the game. I never finished it. So that's on the old to-do list. Okay, she's got a level 2 fire now. So we need other guy to get level 2 fire, and then we'll be good. So Pokemon Blue, Pokemon Crystal, I guess. So I haven't played any of the Generation 2 Pokemon games, and I'm assuming I'm not missing out by just playing Crystal rather than whatever the... Was it Gold and Silver, I want to say? Unless somebody's got a compelling reason why I should play Gold or Silver rather than Crystal. I'm all ears if there is a specific reason why I shouldn't. And I haven't played that one at all. Like, I've only played first-gen Pokemon and only like 2/3 of it. So, it is completely new to me. Let's see, other Game Boy stuff. Zelda. The Legend of Zelda Link's Awakening, is I think what it's called? Which, that is a fantastic game that I've only played like 1/3 of. Crystal is the full experience? Okay, well good. We will do that one then. Let's see, there's Final Fantasy Legend and Final Fantasy Adventure on Game Boy. And there's like three Legend games, which are Saga games, actually, apparently, in terms of their playstyle or something. And then the Final Fantasy Adventure games are like Secret of Mana style games. And I haven't played Secret of Mana before. That one's completely blind to me. So that'll be those type of games, I guess. Let's see, other regular Game Boy stuff. Trip World, Super Mario Land 1 and 2. I think there's a Wario game on regular Game Boy. And then Game Boy Color. I need, like... I'm trying to think of any Game Boy Color specific games that I really particularly care about. Oh, there's Zelda Oracle of Ages and Oracle of Seasons. And apparently those are different enough that they're both worth playing. I don't think it's like Pokemon Red and Blue, where it's just, hey, it's the same game, except it's slightly different. I think those are two completely unique games. So there's those. And I've never played those before, so it'll be new to me. Hey, we got a Lance. Cool. Great. Shantae? Okay. It could be considered as the same game or as two halves to the same game. Because there's a difference there. Let's see. Does he have... He still doesn't have level 2 flare yet. Come on. Come on, game. That's all we're level grinding here for, by the way. We're just trying to get flare to level 2 for both my casters so that we can more easily dispatch those plant things. And I'm assuming this is also just gonna be final boss prep. Yeah, Metal Gear Solid Ghost Babel, I've heard is it was well received back in the day, but I'm not sure how well it holds up now. There is also the Metal Gear games on NES, but I don't know about those. Oh yeah, there's also on NES's was it Crystalis, one of those. Because that's kind of an action RPG type deal. And I think that covers most of Game Boy and Game Boy Color. So not too many on Game Boy and Game Boy Color. And those I'll be playing on the Mister because I don't have a Game Boy 1 flash cart. And using my Game Boy Advance flash card on the Game Boy interface player on the GameCube gives me issues with the weird emulator that's built into the flash cart for Game Boy specific stuff. Like it crashes after 10 minutes because of some weird built-in sleep function. So those I'll have to emulate. Let's see. Game Gear. I've heard that the Tails game is pretty good on Game Gear. And apparently the Sonic games are unique enough that they're worth playing. Let's see. I don't have a Super Game Boy, so that's why. Apparently Super Game Boy like isn't accurate or something, so playing it on a Mister is accurate though, and it works, so I'll just play it on a Mister. Mister is close enough to regular hardware that I'll accept it. And I already have a Mister, so might as well, right? So yeah, Game Gear, there's the Tails game. I want to try and get his dagger skill up here. Yeah, Super Game Boy 2 is, and you can also open it up and change out the clock crystal, I think, to make it actually accurate again. But, again, I don't see the need for that, because I have a GameCube with the Game Boy interface and the Game Boy player, and it's just this weird, specific, very weird bug that's only with this particular flash card that I have, so I'm not going to sweat it. And let's see, what else on Game Gear? I think there's a Shining Force game. Oh yeah, that's right. So back to Genesis. There's Shining Force 1 and 2. Haven't played those before. I've seen speedruns mostly of 2, but a little bit of 1. And that game looks neat. And I believe that there is a Shining Force exclusive game on Game Gear. And I think also on Sega CD, now that I think about it. This UI is becoming less responsive here. And I think that covers most of Game Gear that I particularly care about. Okay, and then TurboGrafx 16. I don't think there's anything that I actually care about on TurboGrafx. So that would be on the Mister. And nothing really specifically comes to mind on TurboGrafx. We can play through China Warrior, I guess. Because if you're going to play a TurboGrafx game, you might as well play China Warrior. And that incredible game. Let's see. So I think that covers most of that on that generation. And then moving forward to PS2 generation. PS2, there's a lot of them, so I'll just skip that one for now. GameCube, there's Mario Sunshine. There is... Oh, no. N64. I almost forgot. N64. N64 and Saturn. So N64, there's Super Mario 64. There's Zelda, Ocarina of Time, and Majora's Mask. There's Star Fox 64. There's Quest 64. F-Zero GX. Right? Oh no, F-Zero 64? I forget what the means. Okay, so he finally got his level up, so we're good to move on after I beat this fight. Let's see. Donkey Kong 64. Perfect Dark, GoldenEye. Jet Force Gemini. Banjo-Kazooie and Banjo-Tooie. Haven't played either of those before. I've only played Donkey Kong 64, which is similar to Banjo-Kazooie and Tooie, apparently. Yeah, Conker 64, Conker's Bad Fur Day. And I think that's most of N64 that I can remember. Oh yeah, Hybrid Heaven. Yeah, I've heard that one's pretty good too. So I'll give that one a look when we get to N64. And I think that covers most of N64. Okay. Mischief Makers, yep. Heard that one's good too. Let's see. Alright, I'm gonna go save here. Oh yeah, Sin and Punishment. Apparently that one is crazy. Oh yeah, there's also Star Wars Rogue Squadron. There's another N64 game. Wait, is this a save point? Or is it, This must be like a bonus area or something. Let's see. Let's go to the proper save point so I can get my MP and HP back. Yeah, I'm trying to think if there's anything else on there really. Maybe Smash Brothers? I think that has some sort of story mode. Oh, there's also Paper Mario. I've completely blanked on that one. Paper Mario. Wave Race 64. Paper Mario series is great. I played through a lot of those. Alright, we're actually going to progress the game now. That took probably a lot longer than I intended it to. Oh no, it took exactly 30 minutes. Just like... exactly how long I said it would. Okay. And yeah, I think that's most of N64. I'm actually gonna save here too, because I want to be double sure that I have all the saves that I need to. Yeah, Mario Party. Well, N64 controllers are getting more and more expensive as the days go on. And I don't want to have to buy another one because I ruined my stick playing Mario Party. But it is a quality game. Yeah, Quest 64 sure is a video game. Oh boy. It certainly looks unique and worth playing. It probably has some jank though. Alright, I'm gonna skip these cutscenes. Because we already saw them.
Are you
Koudelka. And then, so that was N64. So Sega Saturn, we already played Panzer Dragoon 1 and 2. Panzer Dragoon Saga. We're going to be playing that. Burning Rangers. What else on Saturn? Clockwork Knight, I think. 1 and 2. Nights into Dreams. Let's just run from this. Yeah, Shining Force 3. And I think there's a translation patch for that. Let's see. There's Furry Zelda. Hello, Doodle. Hey. Just let me run. Just let me run. Yeah, I have a 3D controller for my my Saturn, so I can play Knights. A Dark Savior Encore? Yeah, we can. Why not? I like that game, so sure. Now that I know what was going on in Dark Savior, we totally can. All right, so this is the boss fight. So now we should be able to blow these up. Yep, Furry Zelda. That game actually got a proper translation patch recently. And that was Liver Linkle Story, is that one. Okay, so we should be doing significantly more damage now. With spells like Flare. So yeah, the other Saturn games kind of escape me. Like if I can get a Saturn light gun, I'll probably play Virtua Cop 1 and 2 and House of the Dead. All right, 850. That's more like it from him. And that's most of the Saturn games that I can remember off the top of my head. And then from that same generation, there's also the Jaguar, which I don't have, and I don't particularly feel the need to get one. There's also the 3DO, which I do have. I have a 3DO, and it sure is a thing. There's apparently one good RPG worth playing on 3DO. It's like Lucille's Quest or something. Some name like that. It's that noteworthy that I don't even remember the proper name of it. And then there might be a few other 3DO games that we might take a look at, but generally not. Generally, we'll be playing very little of the 3DO. Okay, I'm gonna heal up our tank here. Yep, 3DO, no, what am I doing? And then also, I guess from that same generation would be the Tiger Gamecom, which I still have to figure out a way to capture the display of that thing, because pointing a camera at the screen is not going to be good at all. Yeah, apparently Plumbers Don't Wear Ties is an all-time classic. Yo, there we go. That's what I'm talking about. There we go. And the Gamecom has like ports of Resident Evil 2. It has a full Sonic game. It's got Duke Nukem 3D. Batman and Robin. Jurassic Park. So there are some noteworthy things on 3DO or on Tiger Gamecom. Okay, let's keep him healing the tank. And then on to the next generation. So PS2 we'll skip for now. GameCube is Mario Sunshine, Zelda Wind Waker. Hey, you survived it. Okay, good. Eternal Darkness, Pikmin 1 and 2. I think there's 2 of them. Star Fox Adventures, Star Fox Assault. Dude, come on. That ain't fair. That is not fair. Let's see other GameCube stuff. Resident Evil 0, I think. Oh yeah, Geist. That was sure a game. Let's see. Luigi's Mansion. I think the version of Sonic Heroes on GameCube is, I think, the best one, from what I've heard. Oh, of course it moved away. I was gonna get that sweet AoE off, but not anymore. Did that kill? It did, okay. Sick. When is Shenmue 3 speedruns? Ha ha ha. Actually never, because Shenmue 3 is not good. Also, I don't speedrun, so literally never. I actually deleted Shenmue 3 from my computer. Not playing that one again anytime soon. Okay, let's get our tank back up. FromSoft on GameCube? I can't remember. I know they definitely have games on PS2. Let's see. And then other GameCube stuff. Metroid Prime 1 and 2. Sure. There. Might as well give him the business. Let's see. That's all the GameCube games that I can remember. I'm sure there's more though. Oh yeah, there's WarioWare. I think there's a WarioWare game on GameCube. Let's see here. And then Xbox, there's Halo 1 and 2. There's Steel Battalion, which I have. I have the controller for that, and that one's actually going to be fairly soon. Jade Empire, Star Wars Knights of the Old Republic 1 and 2. Blinks the Time Sweeper 1 and 2. Quality video games. Let's see, Jet Set Future. Oh yeah, Jet Set Radio is another Dreamcast game that we'll do. Actually, I don't think I've even said what Dreamcast games. I think I completely skipped Dreamcast. I don't think More Vitality is going to really do much for her at this point. Let's see. Other Xbox stuff. Yeah, there's Panzer Dragoon Orta. Stubbs the Zombie. So this is still talking about Xbox. Stubbs the Zombie. Okay, so they all leveled up. Okay, let's give that to Edward. Int, Koudelka. Mind. Keep her more alive. Okay. Alright. Let's give this boss fight another go here. So it was right when you step off the stairs over to here. So this is where we died last time. Okay. The pi stat is piety, is what it's short for, and that is the amount of MP that you have for casting spells. Alright. So I think priority 1 is to get rid of this thing, because that thing hits like a truck. I should probably give him a weapon that is other than that dagger, because I don't think the dagger is doing much for his vitality. Interesting. Fire does not work on that one. That's an issue. Huh. Okay, well at least we can take out the other one. But so if fire missed, I'm assuming water probably not going to be effective either. No, I think this is the dark dagger that I have equipped. I actually prefer they cast the spells because it does less damage than everything else. Yeah, I'm still not sure those are even spells. Okay. Is sword action one up? Let me make sure. Oh, he does have the fire dagger equipped. Okay. So that'll do double damage against this thing at least. Okay. Alright, hopefully that takes out the other one. And then we got to figure out what yeah, it's either that or the other zombie has just a huge amount of magic dodge, which is mind, I think. Alright, I'm gonna have to heal Edward with the next turn with James. Or heal James the next Edward turn. Okay. Please don't be the triple hit. Okay. That's fine. Yeah, so that does still hit. Okay, well, that solves our fire dagger problem because we don't have the dagger anymore. Okay, that thing's dead. So now it's 3-on-1. 3-on-2, I guess. We got Vine plus zombie corpse. Oh god, please let me heal him. Don't do the triple attack. Okay, that would have killed him regardless. Oh, great. Alright, I'm gonna try Megalith. See if that does anything. And then also try Geyser. I guess we're not trying Geyser. Oh boy, I gotta be way more conservative. Yeah, that missed too. Okay, so no fire and no... No fire. And no... So we didn't try Geyser yet. So no fire, no earth. This might be like a physical damage only. So this is Geyser. And Geyser does hit for a lot. Okay. So water. It's probably going to get 2 turns in here. Because Koudelka's still recovering from the magic earlier. Well, I think if it just keeps casting spells at her, then we're still good, because I think we win this damage race at the rate of damage that it's doing. I think it's because she's got better equipment on for casting. She has like the pendant that really buffs some of her stats. Oh, that's rip. Yep. Oh boy. Okay, well, at least we learned something here about ourselves along the way. It's a journey that matters. Sure. Okay. Well, we do know that water is what we want to use against that thing. So we'll do that. And then I also need to change out the equipment on James to give him more HP. Because that fire dagger that just ain't worth it to even use that thing. Okay. I still feel that this is still doable. Like, it's not like fighting the gargoyle or something where it's just like we have no hope in hell of beating it. At least this, like, we get pretty close. It's just I need to be more careful with healing. I let my tank get too low of HP there and paid for it dearly. Alright, so for him... So yeah, even the Mystic Pipe gives him a bunch more vitality. So we're gonna equip him based more off of... That is a shitload of strength. Holy crap. Well, maybe there is a point to Huh. I don't think that reduces damage. Does strength reduce damage? Hold up. Magic, items, skill levels. It was way at the bottom, I think. Strength is just physical attack power. So vitality is defense against physical. Okay. Alright, well that's gonna be less useful for us then. Okay. So I think this is probably gonna be our best bet. It gives us way lower dex. So less chance to hit. But is otherwise probably gonna be our best bet for tanking. Yeah, of melee weapons. Don't worry about it. Don't worry about it. It's just Koudelka logic. Is there anything else I needed to do? Gear-wise? To water. Yeah, I don't think that'll do much for me. Alright. Yep, we're gonna throw that arm in there. Alright. So let's see. Other Xbox games. Ninja Gaiden? I think there's 2 Ninja Gaidens on Xbox. And those I think probably worth a play. There's House of... Oh geez, I didn't heal him. Alright, well he's just gonna be tanking, I guess. Oh, it did poison him, though. So, yeah, I think that... So that's GameCube and Xbox covered. Dreamcast. There's Sonic Adventure 1 and 2. There's... Egg. Elemental Gimmick Gear. There's Seaman, which we're going to finish in the near future. We've already played Shenmue 1 and 2 many times. Crazy Taxi, maybe? I say maybe because that game's take it or leave it as far as I'm concerned. Oh, there's also Super Monkey Ball on, I guess probably do the GameCube version of that. Illbleed. Apparently Illbleed is amazing. Blue Stinger. What else? Industrial Spy. There's a truck driving game. It's like 18-wheeler or something. Dang, that's a... Oh, he's probably got a weakness to the element that is. That's probably wind, I'm guessing. Well, that's a good thing he's got a ton of HP now. Let's see what else on Dreamcast. Skies of Arcadia? I'm not sure which version of that I want to play. There's Dreamcast, and then there's also GameCube. And I guess whichever version is better, which is probably the GameCube version. Let's see. Code Veronica, Resident Evil Code Veronica. We've already played through 7th Cross, but we might play it again. I don't know. And I think that's most of the Dreamcast games that immediately come to mind. I think I have one of those. That looks like a 1. Yeah, okay, that's a 1. And only one dried food left. Jeez. I'm getting kind of blown up here by these things this time because of that weakness to wind. Oh yeah, Typing the Dead. I don't have the keyboard though, but that does have a PC port, but I guess it's not quite the same. I also don't have a Dreamcast light gun yet, so if I can get a Dreamcast light gun, then we can do House of the Dead 2. And then, what other light gun games are there on Dreamcast besides that? No, none else come to mind. Oh yeah, Sword of the Berserker. Yeah, there's that. There's Makken X as well on Dreamcast, which is like a first-person anime sword fighting game. GameCube has dropped encounter rate and more content, but worse sound. Dreamcast is VGA and better sound. Well, as far as VGA goes, I have I have VGA cable support and all that on my Dreamcast right now. My GameCube has HDMI out built into it, so I have a feeling they'll be similarly graphically. So I'm guessing that it'll be roughly equivalent for the two on that front. So it sounds like it'll be better audio in Dreamcast versus better gameplay in GameCube. And probably leaning towards better gameplay. Oh yeah, Dreamcast also has there's a Diablo type game. What's it called? It's based off of an anime, I want to say. It's an isometric Diablo-style game. I want to say it's like the Grand Stream Saga, or a game with Saga in the name, but it's currently escaping me what it is. But apparently it's good enough. Of course, as I'm about to cast the AoE on it, it backs away after slapping up my tank. Armada, yeah, there's Armada. There's also Star Lancer, I want to say. There is Hydro Thunder. Oh yeah, Power Stone. Okay, great. Alright, we're just keep that heal going. Alright, don't kill my tank. No, it's not Baldur's Gate. It's, I guess I can look it up here. Don't kill my tank. It's not Evolution 1 and 2. It's not Time Stalkers. It's not Oh, Record of Lodos War. That's what it is. Record of Lodos War. Oh, no. Okay, no, that's fine. I just thought I skipped my my healer's turn. Record of Lodos War is what I was thinking of. Yep, that is pretty anime. But I actually booted up the game and tried it out for a few minutes, like a year or two ago, and it doesn't look like an anime game. It looks like Diablo, or it looks like the Legacy of Kain game. Like in style and gameplay. Let's see. So also on Dreamcast. Oh man, that 1 HP. So no, he's gonna die if I do anything here. Even if I heal him, even if I give him some cheese, he's just gonna die. Oh, it did 0. All right. So poison does 0 if you have 1 HP. Okay. Alright. I'll take it. Yep, shoutouts to Poison Missing. Alright, now we just have to actually get this heal off here in time. I should probably have Koudelka heal him too. Yeah, that's pretty rare in an RPG to have poison not being a lethal thing. Oh, please don't do the multi-hit. Yeah, you're doing the multi-hit. Okay. Oh man, somehow these fights are going worse and worse the more I do them. But I have a feeling this blow up here was because of the elemental elemental weakness on my tank. So he was just constantly getting blown up. Okay. So I'm definitely gonna have to remove that weapon from him for next time. So yeah, Dreamcast, there's Omicron. That one's gonna be a thing. And I'd probably play that version of it rather than the PC version. Just for convenience. There's Evolution 1 and 2. Probably Sega, the fishing games, like Sega Bass Fishing. And Sega Ocean Fishing? I'm not familiar with those games, but apparently they're really good, so might as well. And the controller isn't expensive, so I would be down for that. Oh, if you think Omicron on PC ran poorly, wait till you get a load of Dreamcast Omicron. I actually used it as a test case for my FPS graph thing, and that game goes from like 60 down to like 5 on the regular, and it averages maybe 10. Okay, can I just zone out this thing? Alright, that works. And yeah, I have the discs and everything, and I have 3 separate copies of Omicron, and I have played, let's say, 10 minutes total ever of Omicron. Alright, let's whiskey up here. Get that David Bowie though. And yeah, I'm determined to play through Omicron. And then on a similar game to Omicron is Anachronox, and that's on PC. So we'll play through that one. party back here. And I think that covers most of Dreamcast that I can remember. And then there's a ton on PS2, so I'm not even gonna bother going through those. And then let's see. So after that is, well, I guess probably around a similar time is DS. Oh, there's also Game Boy Advance. I guess I didn't cover Game Boy Advance yet either. Game Boy Advance is going to be Golden Sun 1 and 2. Mega Man... The... Mega Man something? Whatever the RPGs are. On Game Boy Advance. There's like 6 of them, I want to say, on Game Boy Advance. Battle Network, yeah, Battle Network. What else? Mario Kart Super Circuit. I think there's an F-Zero game on Game Boy Advance. Yeah, FF Tactics Advance. I think there's 2 of those on GBA. Mario Golf on GBA. I played the Game Boy Color Mario Golf, and I really like that one. Mario Golf, not Garf. And yeah, I think I want to play through Mario Golf on Game Boy Color. That game was amazing. Yeah, Advance Wars. That was incredible. What else on Game Boy Advance? There's Pokemon games. I've only ever played Pokemon Blue before, so hell if I can name the ones on Game Boy Advance. I think it's like Fire Red or something. I don't even know. No idea what those are called on Generation 3 and 4 on Game Boy Advance. Let's see. Mario and Luigi Superstar Saga. I think that's the name of that. The first Mario and Luigi game on Game Boy Advance. Alright, this works out here that it's not doing the slap attack anymore. Oh, now it is. Okay, well. It only briefly runs away, apparently. I might as well change his weapon while we're in this. So this gave him a bunch of health. What else on Game Boy Advance? There was it Minish Cap? Legend of Zelda Minish Cap? And I think that was the only Zelda on Game Boy Advance. Apparently the Sonic games on Game Boy Advance were good. Oh, there's a Banjo-Kazooie game? Okay. What else on Game Boy Advance? We can play X vs. Sever, the incredible first-person shooter. Oh yeah, there's Metroid Fusion. Yeah, I'm not sure if I mentioned it for Super Nintendo, but Super Metroid, definitely want to play that. I've never played that one before, so... And I keep hearing how amazing it is. Let's just keep our tank alive like that. As best we can. Yeah, Zelda 4 Swords. Okay. So... Do I have, like, a water... Anything that does water damage. That does light. HP. Dark, fire, HP, earth. Oh boy. Okay. I don't think any of that particularly helps. So we need to be... Reflect fire, nullifies wind, but weak to earth. Okay, if I give him nullify wind, that means he should take 0 damage from the ranged attacks, so I only have to worry about getting hit by the spells. And that does half wind. And that she's weak to wind, so... Yeah, so she's double weak to wind. But I'm not worried about her. If I'm worried about her health, then things have already gone sideways. And I'm not worried about Edward's MP either. Okay. Alright. This time we got it. Yeah, Metroid Zero mission. Yep. Let's see. WarioWare? There is WarioWare and WarioWare Twisted, I want to say. On Game Boy Advance. There's the... what was it? Boktai? The weird, like, day-night sensor game. I already said Golden Sun. Okay. So I think I'm going to start off the fight buffing the vitality of the tank. And then we're gonna immediately start geysering that thing. We gotta get rid of that thing ASAP. Okay, is this gonna do anything? Oh, it healed him. Great, cool. Alright, well, whatever. As far as I know, the Donkey Kong Country games on Game Boy Advance are just ports of the SNES game. I don't think there's anything new in those. Yeah, and I think... So there's also the Phoenix Wright games on Game Boy Advance, but I'll play the DS versions of those. Because I have a capture-capable 3DS that also plays DS games. And I think PSP is also from that same generation. So PSP would be Luminous. Maybe some of the... whatever that futuristic hovercraft racing game is. Wipeout? So Final Fantasy Crisis Core, Luminous... Wait, I didn't notice. Is that, Did Geyser not work? I wasn't paying attention. I was thinking about butts. Geyser missed? It did, really. It... Oh. Okay, well maybe fire works on him now. Interesting. Well, we'll try fire now and hope for the best. Is he just straight up dead? He's just straight up dead. Great. Shit. Alright, so... Great. Fantastic. Okay, at least we can get our tank back up. Give him some of those nuts. And we can kind of recover here. So yeah, I said the other day, like, there's hundreds, if not 4-digit amount of games in the backlog, and you can probably see why, because I'm only mentioning the noteworthy stuff right now, and I haven't even gotten to PC yet. So there's a whole lot of stuff. Alright, so if I do this, this should make them hit less hard. Alright, he didn't instantly die this time. Oh, good. Great. That would have been a wasted turn regardless, because I just probably would have waited. So not a huge deal. This is probably going to kill him, though. And, of course, it moved up after it, too. Great. Fantastic. Amazing. So it's... This is so fucked. Oh, boy. And we still don't even know the weakness of Vine thing on the left. And I have a water scroll, but I'm not sure. Huh. Maybe it changes. It changes to water after you defeat the other one. Like, I can try throwing the water scroll at it, and maybe that'll cast a level 3 water on it, and we can be on our merry way. Might as well, because he's probably gonna kill me regardless. What does the elixir do? Hold up. Actually, I guess I can't check in fights. Why would you ever want to do that? Alright, let's see if this does anything. Okay. Okay. This might be my only hope of beating this fight. Yo, are we doing this? Okay. Is it gonna back up? Please back up. Okay, cool. Alright, hopefully I'm not gonna regret using this other water scroll. It's gonna heal it for 8,000. Alright. I'll take it. I'll take it. Oh boy. If the next fight I have to fight like 3 of those, then... Oh lord. Hopefully not, though. Okay. Only 1 level for all that. Okay, more idols. Great. Alright, finally forward progress. And hopefully there's a heal further in. Okay. I guess I should use those idols since I got them. Edward. Pie, let's give to James. More pie to James. Int to Koudelka. Strength to Edward. Okay. There's an item over there, apparently. Is this bullets? Seriously? The guns in this game, completely useless so far. Okay. Alright, and then she moved her head to look at something all over there. Alright. Yo, save point. Alright. I'll take it. So we still have that acid, I think, right? Okay. Feel pulse in the plant. Okay. Oh God. Oh God. Koudelka. All right. That was that GIF that Boix posted a few days ago. Of course, it's from the end of the game. Come on, guys. Don't post spoilers. All right. Well, that was certainly a cutscene. I guess the game facts review of, hey, just rip the FMVs and watch them. I guess they really mean, hey, just watch that FMV. Okay. Elaine caught up with you. Oh. Hey, new music, finally. It only took 16 hours. Oh my God. This is a jam. Alright. Let's give her the flare and hope for the best. Okay, does any of the items work on? So elixir, So we still have the mask and the tinderbox, but I guess we used up the acid. Okay. Alright. Fire and Megalith will, hopefully one of those two will hit. And it poisoned her. Fantastic. Alright, hopefully light does something. So this is a light element axe. Of course. Light is so useless. Man. Okay, fire at least does damage. What about earth? Isn't that kind of a theme in the Shadow Hearts games? Like the real monsters are the humans or something? It's been a while since I played those. Flare and flare. No, not really, okay. So the real theme is how ridiculous can we make our game? At least from Covenant and from the New World. And the theme of the first game is let's make a survival horror RPG, I guess. Alright, it's a good thing I leveled up fire. Because from the looks of things, it's probably the only effective thing. Alright, I gotta have the healers do some healing next turn. We'll have him heal James, and hopefully this does an okay amount of healing. And James can heal Edward. This is gonna heal for like 100. Alright, he did his best. Nice heal spell. I guess that's why he's the tank. Yep, an attempt was made. That's all that matters. I should actually move him right up behind him so he doesn't get knocked back. I don't think dual knockbacks are a thing. And then he should survive another turn. Alright, so far so good. Probably just gonna keep getting poisoned. I'm not even sure what elixir does, but I'm gonna assume it works like a Final Fantasy elixir. So this heals for 1500 or 500? Okay, and that's good enough for healing her. But she's barely getting hit at all. Okay. Alright, so I gotta have Koudelka. We gotta do a round of healing here on everybody. Okay, so he's gotta heal himself. And then we'll have Koudelka heal Edward. And then have him... Here, eat this bread. Sure, that's what bread looks like. Alright, now that's a heal. I don't think you can melee teammates. I don't believe so. Oh man. This is like the Arrival. Those aliens. Okay. I guess I can cure the poison on him at least. We got 19 antidotes, why not? How is she getting another turn? Alright. Well, I was gonna get some more damage in, but not anymore, I guess. Because I need to heal Edward again with her. And then he'll be fine one more round, so we'll have him Blue Flare. This track is pretty good. Why weren't the rest of the tracks of the game like this? Okay. And then he needs 1500 or so, so let's dry food him. Alright. Back to damage dealing. Well, I could see this being a an endgame boss theme. Hey, Summer. Yeah, this is slightly less chill than the other battle themes. Okay, Edward can survive another round of getting blown up. I do need to heal. Still potion. Okay, we got 5 potions still, so we'll throw one on him. Okay. Lo-fi beats to cast fire spells on a flesh grasshopper, too. Sure. Uh-oh. This does not bode well. Oh, or it. Okay. Flesh Grasshopper's taking a knee. Okay. And now time for presumably Phase 2, Phase 3, Phase 4, Phase 5, Phase 6, Phase 7, Phase 8, Phase 9, and then dying on the last hit of Phase 10 and doing it all again. Okay. We've had all this Listle for like the whole game. Might as well use it. Okay. And I think we're good with him. Okay, there. 6F. Okay, there's one more floor up, it looks like. And that's... We filled in pretty much the rest of the map. From the looks of things. Yeah, I don't see any other rooms we haven't been to. Okay. Final stretch. Yeah, we're finally using all that MP that she finally has. Elaine caught up with you. Oh no. But we defeated her. Alright. Same thing. Let's do it again. Alright, hopefully she's still weak to fire. Please let me move up my tank. Oh god. Please let me move up my tank. Oh no. Huh. So I thought that was based off of how far away you are from her. But apparently it isn't. Oh boy. Okay. Great. Cool. Okay, so if that's healing her, then water is probably what we want to cast. Oh boy. Okay, maybe light damages her now. Nope, of course not. Light is still completely garbage. Complete trash garbage. Oh boy. Alright. Let's give her the geyser. Hope for the best. I assume I can't reflect back the smoke attack, because that's probably not a magical attack. And let's tornado too. We'll try 2 elements and see what we get. Okay, so this is geyser. No, that's wind. Okay, so wind heals. Wind and fire heal. So... is it geyser? Yes, okay. So 1 is fire. 2 is water. Okay, so just in case I have to do these phases again, I'm writing them down. And do we have any water elemental weapons? I don't think so. I guess I could equip the crossbow and just shoot her with that. But he'd lose a bunch of vitality. And then I'd have to heal more often. I'm gonna have to heal a lot regardless in this fight. But I think we'll just stick with what works. Because this for the most part works still. Okay. Alright, and this fight's gonna take like twice as long. Because we only have level 1 geyser. Oh boy. Okay. Yeah, he's gonna do his best here. Alright, time for the big damage. My incredible caster. Alright, look at that. Okay, so... probably bigger priority to keep Edward alive. So that she can't move up. Please get this up for the boss. Nope. Alright, so he's dead. but I can revive him with my tank. As long as the tank's still alive, we're still in this. Alright, and she can keep geysering. I guess the other upside of this is that we're not going to have MP problems with this, because it takes half the MP to cost to cast those spells. Okay. Maybe he'll actually get this heal off before being blown up by the boss. Miracles might happen. Of course not. Hey, alright. Good. Alright. Physical I am totally okay with. I need to keep healing him. And then Koudelka needs to heal our tank. Especially after this. Alright, so we should be back to pretty much full health on everybody after this. So we can go back to geysering. It would have been nice if I had those water scrolls left, but I wouldn't have made it to this boss if I didn't use those. But that certainly would have made this much simpler. I assume, yeah, I don't have one. So I'm saving those elixirs for what's probably going to be the final battle. I don't think that actually hit. Okay. Back to actually damaging the boss. Oh, man. This is just not hitting for much at all. Oh boy. Okay. So let's see. I can have James heal himself, and Edward will last another turn, it looks like. And I can have Koudelka damage for one more turn. least I think. So if the boss does a physical on the tank and then does a breath before the next heal round, then that might be an issue. But so far that hasn't happened often, so I'm gonna run on the assumption that that's not gonna happen. Okay. Oh, well, as I say that. Alright, 2206. He should be able to barely survive hit from that. But just to be sure, we'll eat this cheese. And maybe that'll give us enough of a buffer. It should be 150, I think, or 250. Yeah, that's totally fine. Okay, so I have to... So I'll heal Koudelka with him, and then use Koudelka to heal the tank. Oh no. Okay. That's just her preparing for the breath attack. Alright, give me Koudelka's turn. Give me Koudelka's turn. Oh no. Oh no. I should have healed the tank. I might have to give him the nuts. Oh, well, that's fine. That's fine. That did less damage than I thought it would. Okay. Alright, we're in good shape here, I think. So we should be able to... I think this round of spells will probably take down the boss. Yeah, I think she's in her retreat animation now. So she's gonna scurry off to the corner when she has her turn next. Or not, never mind. James, make some cheese. So we'll cheese up James. And then we should be good for another round of damage. Oh no, that's not where I want to move him. Yeah, whatever. Alright, Geyser. And Geyser. She's still not retreating. That didn't knock him back. Interesting. Okay, I'm gonna use... Well, maybe I shouldn't. I shouldn't waste these elixirs. Like, it'll allow me to keep damaging, but... I don't want to waste the elixir. Okay. So heal on the tank, and have James heal himself. Alright. Didn't 2 turns in? Sure. Alright, the boss has got to be getting close to dead here. Yeah, I think we're still good. Keep geysering here. Nope, she's doing the shaky animation now. I think that's a new one. I don't think she did that animation last time. Hopefully that doesn't mean, like, hey, suddenly my attacks do triple damage now. Oh, now she's not shaking anymore. Oh. Nope. Nothing new there. Oh, man. Alright. We have to heal the tank this time. Okay. So I'll damage with him, and Koudelka can heal the tank. Okay. Man, that animation. Yeah. This is a riveting battle of the boss only having 2 different attacks. And me just doing the same cycle of spells over and over again. Alright. He'll heal himself. And Koudelka can cast Geyser this time. Yeesh. Like, it feels like that plant plus zombie fight was way more engaging than this one. Because it was high stakes but high reward and relatively short. This doesn't feel like a boss fight to me. It's more like just going through the motions. Oh, there we go. Okay. Finally. Okay. Get her stuck over here in the corner. That still hits everybody. Alright. So we'll have James heal the tank and Koudelka can keep damaging. She's doing some real headbanging. So there's a difference in power level between James and Koudelka. That only healed for 2,000 on his heal. Alright. Hopefully this does it. Here's hoping. Nope, of course not. Where are you going? Where are you going? You're just wasting your turn. Okay, I'm okay with this. Alright. This should do it. Yeah, there we go. Okay. Taking a knee. Okay. Hopefully the next form is weak to Earth, because it's one of the few ones that I have leveled up. Okay. Alright, I actually need to... I'm going to step away for a couple minutes here, because these fights have taken so long. I gotta use the bathroom. Alright, I'll be back in 2 minutes here for the conclusion, the thrilling conclusion of... Alright. We back. For the thrilling conclusion to Koudelka. And let's really hope that there's either a save point at the top of these stairs, or that I don't die. Because, man, is it going to be rough if we have to do all that again. Okay. So we got this. So we're out of regular listal, so we just have to use high listal now. we got 2 left, so 1 for Koudelka and 1 for James. And then that is it. Okay. So we're pretty much in there. Leave me to not die? Alright. Well, we'll see. There is precedent for me dying on, like, the last form of the last phase of bosses in PSXplosion RPGs. I think it was, Legend of Dragoon, I think that happened on. The party wiped on, like, right near the end. Oh, man. Oh, man. Koudelka. Now this sounds like some final boss music to me. And that looks like a final boss to me. Alright. So... let's cast Flare and hope for the best. And then let's cast Megalith and hope for the best. Okay. Alright, let's see if light does anything. Alright, Light Axe, it's your time to shine. Your one chance. Well, maybe? Oh, jeez. Alright. That's a shitload of damage. Okay. That is a shitload of damage. Holy hell. What? Like, I wonder if that fog spell can be reflected. Because otherwise, what the fuck are you supposed to do about that? God, that did 4,000 damage to my tank. Shit. And I wonder if that's wind. If that's a wind element. I don't know. This is real bad, though. This is extremely bad. Okay, we need to keep Koudelka alive. That's not enough to keep her alive. Oh, God. And there's my tank dead. And I can't revive him now. Is there an item we can And we can't even revive the tank. Holy shit. Wha- Oh my god. And so the last save was 45 minutes ago and like 2 super long boss fights ago. This is not looking good. Oh, for fuck's sake. Shit, I was trying to move her and not wait, but... Okay. Of course. Can I at least heal her? Or revive her? Okay, I can at least revive her. Like, maybe it is reflect, and you gotta... There's not much I can do here. Oh, shit. Yeah, the difficulty curve in this game is like, it's flat and then just goes straight up. And now that I'm pretty sure I can't revive anybody now, yeah. Alright, we can cast Reflect on ourselves. Maybe you're supposed to die. Maybe this is supposed to be a death. Whoa! Did she dodge her own spell on herself? Alright, so that did reflect. So maybe it is reflect, but it's too late now, I guess. Shit. So I think even an elixir on her is not gonna do much. Yeah, that's it. Oh, okay.
Dear God, is this my fault? Do you blame me? Are you punishing me now because the path to my faith was tainted? I accept my fate. If it is your wish, then I accept my fate. He who has an ear, let him hear. If anyone is to go into captivity he will go. If anyone is to be killed with the sword he will be killed. I am what I am. I am content with my lot. I have always loved you, Elaine.
Is the final fight of this game really a guaranteed loss? Or a plot loss? Is this for real?
Let's go home, James. Let's go home. I have such fond memories.
way!
Don't be silly. There must be something we can do. We'll be fine. Trust me.
Oh, it's the ending of no one can stop Mr. Domino.
In these crazy times, young people push themselves too much.
Ah, the sun came out. I prefer it a little hazier, though. Goodbye. We'll probably never see each other again.
Hey, your nickname. Slato? What does it mean? I haven't even asked you yet. Will you tell me?
It means treasure.
Oh, that's rich. I'll remember that. Treasure.
Haha, see ya, loser.
Is it okay, child, for you not to follow him?
Yeah, it's okay. I have a feeling that someday, somewhere, we'll meet again.
Sure. But okay. And that's it, apparently. Unless this is a debate ending, and there's actually a boss fight after this. Huh. Goto, support planner. Do you need to kill that optional boss? Well, it's optional, just like you said. Alright, so are there alternate endings to this? I'm assuming there is. So probably if you beat the gargoyle and then also beat the final boss. There's 3 endings, okay. Huh. Interesting. I got the normal ending. There's an even worse ending than that, apparently. If you win, it's a good ending. Huh. And then there's, so we didn't have a use for the mask that we had in our inventory for a long time. Held up the pendant, yeah. Oh, okay. If you don't have it equipped, you get vapor. And that's the bad end? Oh man, that's great. Interesting. So my last save was there, I think, right? So we might be able to load up that save and see that. So if we load that save and then I unequip that, we could probably see that. Interesting. And we never got the Saknoth sword, and that's apparently the ultimate weapon in this game. It's pretty great. Okay, we're gonna do our best to see it then. Whew. So how long was this? This was what, 20 hours? Whenever my timer switches over here. 17 hours, let's say. Huh. So on the shorter side, but still not... It's like slightly less than average for RPG length, I think. Oh, interesting. Okay, so the one with the zombie attached to it, it is just gonna... Magic won't work on him at all until you kill the other one? Huh. Manipulate the internal clock? PS1 doesn't have an internal clock. I don't know how that works. It's probably just step count or something then, that you have to do RNG manipulation. That you have to load from a save. Yeah, IGT. Yeah. Bruno Bonnell presents Koudelka. Sure. There are 2 testers on this game. That's for the localizers. 2 localizer testers. Sugar for Kirby Fong. Okay. Sure. It's still no special thanks to Mountain Dew, but that one's pretty good. Location hunting in Wales. What's there to location hunt? They sent 4 people to do something that they could have just gotten a book. Sugar for Kirby Fong. Yeah, nearly the entire game was inside the cathedral and underground. The end. Okay. Alright. And then it kicks us back to the main menu, I'm guessing. Yep. It just kicks it back to the main menu. Alright, so let's load up that save. I'm gonna stop the timer here so that... Oh no, let's keep going. I never stopped the timer. Okay, let's see if we can get the getting blown up cutscene. So that was the last temporary save. This one. So this is right before you interact with the flower thing. I think. Or was it inside the church before the fire? I can't remember. Oh, it's not that. Okay. Maybe it's the hard save we did then? That one. So we have to go down to the underground again from here. So how do you get the Sackmouth? Do you have to beat the gargoyle to do that? You get the Sackmouth sword? Wait, the flower is... We gotta go through all those the vine fights again, right? To get the flower and the bad end. Because it's not just this, I don't think. Yeah, and that's kind of a long way from here. Well, at least I know how to beat the second vine fight.
Are you sure? Let's proceed.
And it's not this cutscene, I don't
Saint
think.
Daniel Scodius, protect us from these evil spirits and grant us inner strength. Amen.
I might be able to drop the pendant, or if we can discard it.
Go!
Yeah, so the flower with the death beam is at the... It's past the two fights here. Let me see if I can discard the pendant. Okay, well. Well, that solves that problem. Okay. Alright, so let's, we know that the water scroll will kill that, that other thing, and then the fire spells will take care of the vines. And then I can use all my healing items, because I already know I won't need them. Okay. Okay. Yeah, the cutscenes, the FMVs are pretty good. The thing that's really good is the real-time cutscenes in this game. Which, we're getting close to wrapping up this game, and I'll discuss those more when we're in the wrap-up, but... The story in this game is excellent. Yeah, the overall storytelling, so that includes the story, the writing, the voice acting, the cutscenes, the FMVs, all of that is really well done. The part where you have to play the game doesn't live up to that so much. But this is certainly a serviceable RPG. There's definitely worse RPGs on the PS1. And if you think of this game as more of a survival horror type game that just happens to have some RPG mechanics, it's probably better off that way than comparing it against other RPGs. So we'll have James. Do I have any elixirs? I do. Okay, so we'll just do this rather than messing around with healing and rotating spells and all that. Because there's only 2 fights that we have to do before we get to the bad end. Please land before it moves. Don't move. Okay, good. Good. Perfect. Don't run away. Alright, good. This will hit all 3 now. Perfect. A crossbow? Okay. Alright, we'll do that for the next fight. We'll equip that on him. It's kind of nice having a battle in this game now that doesn't take 20 minutes to do. It's quite nice. But hey, at least it wasn't an hour and a half like that boss earlier. Koudelka ever gonna get a turn here? Apparently not. Okay. Well, great. How did Koudelka not get a single turn during all that? Ugh. Come on, game. Still not dead. Amazing. Alright, one left. Should be able to take care of this. And if we need to, the mace does pretty good melee damage. I think this will... Okay. Why does she get to cat? I'll never understand this game's battle system. Alright, well that worked. Okay. So we'll put the crossbow on Edward. And then we should be able to make short work of the next fight. And then hopefully we'll be able to see the bad ending. Okay. Okay. All right. Nullify wind. We actually do want that. Weak to wind and nullify wind. Sure. Okay. Alright. Should be the last fight we ever have to do in Koudelka. Okay. This is James. Flare that. Okay. Koudelka, flare the forward one. And then Edward, crossbow. That one. Yeah, that's decent damage. Alright. Alright, then we should be able to beat the other one in the next turn with two water scrolls. The other one's not dead yet? How much HP does that thing have? Holy crap. Okay. We did like 7,000 to it, and it's still alive. Oh boy, okay. Crossbow bolts? I don't. Alright, we only had one shot with it. Alright, whatever. Alright, this should kill this thing. Okay. So now we just need to use 2 water scrolls, and then we get to see the amazing bad ending. That is not the 7,000 damage it was doing before. Maybe it's determined by the person who uses it magic stat. Okay. That's... So that works completely differently from... Okay, well luckily that works. Yeah, we're still good. We're still good, but that... I was not expecting that to do that, but okay. And apparently there is a damage cap in this game. Sure. Okay. So let me make sure that I threw away the pendant. Alright, earth, air, fire. Let's... Maybe the flare brooch as well. This was also a key item. Let's just unequip all those just to be sure. And get rid of them. Because we found those in a drawer earlier in the game. Alright, so all we have is just the regular basic rings. Still so weird that all the RNG drops just gave me nothing but weapons for pretty much the whole game. I still only got 3 pieces of armor total in the entire playthrough. 3 armors total. Like, did I just have horrible luck, or is that par for the course. You no longer have the pendant. Oh no. Okay. Alright, we no longer have the pendant. I'm sure it'll be fine, Koudelka. Alright. Okay, that was worth it. That was worth it. That was worth it. Alright, well... Sure. That was incredible. Incredible. Okay. So now we can stop the timer on it. Alright, let's see what the save game icon looks like for the Koudelka here. Why are we not getting signal here? We should be getting signal. I see it on my TV. What the fuck? Okay, can we do it on here? There we go. Alright, it looks like shit. But there's my other capture card. I'm not sure why that isn't showing up on my main one, but sure, fine. Alright, and it is off screen, but oh, there we go. There, you can see it there. Oh, now it's no signal. I don't know what the problem is here. Maybe it's because I gotta set this to... Alright, hold on. I'll set it to that profile. Maybe this one will work. There we go. Okay. Alright. So there's Koudelka. It's just Koudelka face, no space. Alright. And it looks like multiple save icons. It doesn't do multiple icons between the temporary and the main saves. Sure. Okay. Koudelka. We did it. Okay, so let's wrap up Koudelka here. Oh. Nope, not that. Okay. Actually, I gotta make sure that my timer didn't start. It was pressing weird buttons for me. Okay. Alright. Koudelka. Alright. 17 hours, 16 minutes. We actually beat it in just under 17. Because the rest of that was getting the incredible bad ending. 12 deaths, 69 saves. Nice. Alright, completed. Yep, we did. We sure did. Cheated? No? And... well, kind of. Okay. So the floor puzzle. You might recall that from the beginning of end of part 1, beginning of part 2. That floor puzzle, I had to look up. Even though I was on the right track, but the game itself was misleading in the hint that it gave you in-game. So the game gave you bogus information to figure out the puzzle with. Because if you might recall, in the game, if I can find it. So the first set of hints it gives you is this on the left. And that's fine. But then the in-game map thing that it gives you, the problem with this is that this part right here it goes straight up. But what you actually have to do is do a 45-degree angle and go diagonally to this one. So that really upset me that was the thing in the game, because I got stuck on that for so long. But for an RPG like this, I don't think I would consider that necessarily cheating. Like, hey, you can decide for yourself if that's cheating. But as far as I'm concerned, I don't think that is. Like, if we got out the Game Shark and power leveled or something, then sure. But having to look up an in-game puzzle that was kind of bullshit to begin with, come on. So I'll leave that as is. You can make up your own mind for it, but personally, I'm not going to hit the cheated button here. All right, things I liked. In-game cutscenes and voice acting were amazing. Let's see. Great-looking backgrounds and character models. Storytelling and writing were very good. Let's see. Decent length for an RPG. Not super difficult. I think that sums up most of what I really liked about Koudelka. Alright, things I did not like. Practically no music when you're walking around, and the battle themes did not fit the theme of the game. Let's see. Some really long and tedious boss battles. Too much randomness in item and equipment drops. In high demand. No, it's in item and equipment drops. Let's see. Manual does not explain enough of the game mechanics. Like, for example, for that, the manual didn't say anything about an inventory limit. The manual didn't mention elemental resists or anything like that. What else did the manual not mention? It didn't mention misses and 0 damage for stuff. That's no mention of that, and that would have been nice to know. Like if a 0 was the spell not hitting because it was absorbed, or if it actually missed. Yeah, casting Fortify on enemies. Like if Fortify is stackable. Like that's all stuff that manuals, either the manual or in-game tips, which the game does have. Like in the level up screen, you can hit R2 on the level screen, and it will tell you what each attribute is and what it does. But that's pretty much the extent of the in-game hints the game gives you. Let's see. There were only a few puzzles in the game, and the rest of them solved themselves. The floor puzzle was awful because it was misleading. Let's see. A few of the cutscenes were too long for their own good. Like specifically the fireplace cutscene of just drunken rambling. That one was probably a little unnecessary. And I think that covers most of my gripes about this one. Alright, dank memes. Zombie Butts, Franciscan Monk, Roger Bacon, Sugar for Kirby Fong. Let's see, the bad ending. The bad ending. The batoning, sure. That floor puzzle. What else? Oh yeah. Oh no, it's All Saints Day. Yep. Useless guns. Yeah, that was so weird that they make a big deal about there's guns in the game and you gotta reload them and all that. And then they do like no damage. Like, come on game. Yeah, I think that's most of that that I can remember. I guess that drunken fireplace scene. Sure. Alright. Drum and bass? Not really. Ayla Mouse. These are mostly monsters. Yeah, no Ayla Mouse that I could remember, so I'm gonna say no on that one. Alright, difficulty easy to hard. So, as an RPG, so there are some nice quality of life things that this game does. So, for example, if a party member dies in battle or gets incapacitated, they do get revived after the battle with 1 health, which is nice, and a lot of RPGs don't do that. There's a dedicated heal menu, a heal button at the top of the main menu, that if you heal it, it's like a quick shortcut for healing your party, that's fantastic quality of life thing. So those certainly help with difficulty. For the most part, the battles are pretty easy as long as you knew what elemental affinities most things had, and it took me like half the game to figure it out that most of the enemies were color coded. But once you knew that becomes a lot easier for a lot of the fights. I didn't really feel the need to level grind in this. So for the most part, I think the enemy scaling in terms of difficulty was pretty fair throughout most of the game. We died 12 times, and I think... So the 12th death was the bad ending, so let's disregard that one. Though speaking of that, remember death number 1 was shortly after we started the game. So as I'm praising the game for its difficulty ramp and all that, the game did brutally murder me minutes into the game on the literal first random battle we got into. It wiped my party. So there is that. We can't forget that, because that's important when we're discussing how fair this game was. But for the rest of the game, it was pretty good. These deaths here, I forget where that was. Oh, that was the gargoyle. So these are when we were repeatedly dying to the gargoyle right here. So that's 4 deaths, it looks like. So if we disregard the optional super boss gargoyle and the ending death, we're down to about 7 legitimate deaths. And if we take away the first bullshit one, that's about 6 legitimate deaths. And that's not too bad for an RPG of this length. There were plenty of save points. So there was save points and then temporary save points. So they do give you way more opportunities to save in this game than most RPGs, and certainly more than survival horror games would, which is, let's say this is kind of a hybrid RPG survival horror game, is probably how I would categorize this one. As far as the puzzles went in this game, you still need more than 1 brain cell, because there were a few puzzles, like you had to write down one of the notes that you got, which was secret pain people light, and then you also needed another brain cell for the you had to walk on these 4 things on the floor to match up with the music box or something, and then pretty much the rest of the puzzles solved themselves. So there's that, and there was also towards the beginning of the game in disc 1, there was a locked chest in the prison that required a numerical passcode, and we never opened that. So I don't know if that's like a New Game Plus thing or what, or if you're just supposed to know it, or I missed the combination somewhere, which is probably the most likely. So all told, this wasn't a cakewalk, and this wasn't super difficult. This is probably somewhere in the middle. Like the end game certainly requires perseverance because those fights really drag on, and even if you know a strat that works, it's still super tedious. But it is doable. This probably gets way more difficult if you're actually going to fight the optional super boss and then the final form of the final boss. But as I played through it and got apparently the normal ending, it wasn't that bad. Alright, and then a rating from 1 to 5. So I really enjoyed a lot of this game. There were some things that really dragged it down. Like, for example, that Moth boss fight at the midway point in Disc 3 in the church. That fight was just soul-draining. Like, in hindsight, once you know the gimmick for that boss and you kind of take your time and don't be super aggressive like I kind of was for a lot of that fight shouldn't take you that long. But I was just so tilted from trying to figure out that boss and continually wiping and all that on that boss that really annoyed me. And to be honest, that I think that just that fight in and of itself probably deducts the whole point from this game. If we're starting from a 5. But this game does have incredible storytelling. Just like the back of the box said, the FMVs were legit great. The in-game cutscenes were fantastic. Fantastically written, voiced. This is probably the highest quality audio I've heard in... certainly in a PlayStation game. Probably better than PS2 games. And probably up there with PS3 games. Like, they really went crazy with the audio quality in this one. And from what I've heard, the original Japanese release had the same voices and all that. And yeah, the setting is unique. It's certainly not your typical fantasy RPG, so that's refreshing in and of itself that they made a game like this. The battle system was kind of simplistic for what it was. Like sure, they have the elemental resistances wheel and all that, and you have your choice of weapons, but for the most part, it didn't feel like your weapon choice mattered for a lot of the game. And if you're just casting spells, you just figure out what works and just spam that. So it feels like your flexibility for your options in combat are more limited than in your typical RPG, and certainly if we throw in tactical RPGs as well with this also felt limited in comparison to those two. Let's see. So presentation-wise, it looked great. The music was good, but it didn't thematically fit with most of the game. And there's also practically no music when you're walking around the manor, which, hey, that's fine. But yeah, all told, there were some rough spots in this, but I did for the most part really enjoy Koudelka. As I said before, there was just enough wrong with this one not to really give it a 5 out of 5 for me personally, but this is easily a 4 out of 5 for me. So this one probably is worth a play and a recommendation for PS1 RPGs, especially ones on the shorter side. But it isn't quite up there as far as I'm concerned to give it full marks on everything. Like maybe with the more involved battle system, perhaps, and some more mechanics that actually made sense, this probably would have been a 5, considering all the other parts. But as it is merely very, very good. Not amazing. Alright.